A new report has come out by Al Jazeera detailing some very terrible news. Apparently, Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, is talking about disarming Palestinian factions inside of Lebanon. That's right. All of the factions, the PLO, Hamas, etc., he wants to strip them of all of their military arms and leave them with nothing. The only people that would have any military capability would be the Palestinian Authority itself. The one that has been really, frankly, ineffective. Now, for a long time, factions within Palestinian society have had that right to militancy because they needed as many bodies as possible to resist Israel's decades-long genocide. But now, all of a sudden, Mahmoud Abbas has decided that he just wants all of that ability to resist to go away. And what is essentially leaving the Palestinian people completely defenseless at the hands of Israel. And it blows my mind that he's actually pushing for this, and that this is something that he actually wants. This is a policy that he wants to institute. And I can't think of any reason other than to consolidate power under the Palestinian Authority. But this would leave the Palestinians open to worse violence by Israel. Now, this comes at a time when it's been leaked that Trump wants to ship the entire Palestinian population to Syria. They want to displace, they want to final solution the entire population of the country, where more resistance would actually be needed in order to fight this. And needless to say, from the report from Al Jazeera, that this is extremely unpopular. And I will play that report at the end of my speaking so that you can get some more information about what's going on. But it's unfathomable to me that this is happening, that essentially Abbas is committing treason. This is treason against the Palestinian people, to take what is their legitimate right to defense and strip that away from them and demand that Abbas and his very weak and very questionable Palestinian Authority be the only ones to have arms. This almost seems like a complete capitulation to Israel, like he's being commanded by Israel to do this. Now, here's the actual news piece by Al Jazeera itself.
Enforcing security outside the control of the Lebanese state. Armed Palestinian factions are in charge of refugee camps. It's been this way for decades, as part of a controversial agreement that legalized their presence and allowed them to engage in armed struggle against Israel. Now, there is a new leadership in the country that wants to ensure only the state holds weapons. And they are talking to Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority. According to officials here, he's told Lebanon he supports state control over the camps. He is expected in Beirut to finalize a way to dismantle the military infrastructure of the different factions inside the camps. But the Palestinian Liberation Organization, or PLO, is not the only authority here. Groups like Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and others are key players, and their choice of armed resistance against Israel is popular among many Palestinians in Lebanon. They say they have not been officially informed by the state about any request regarding weapons, but when it happens, they will respond with a united Palestinian position that respects Lebanese sovereignty and Palestinian interests. The issue of Palestinian weapons have long been divisive here. For Palestinians, they symbolize their resistance and struggle to return to their homeland. For others in Lebanon, they are a source of instability. Palestinians have a long history in Lebanon. There was a time when they ran a state within a state and conducted cross-border raids into Israel that triggered reprisals. They also played a role in Lebanon's civil war. There were also dark chapters, like when hundreds of Palestinians were killed by Lebanese militia coordinating with the Israeli army during the infamous Sabra and Shatila massacres in Beirut in 1982. And that is why the idea of disarmament makes many people feel vulnerable. The timing, too, is causing concern. Palestinians say it is part of a campaign to create a new reality, dismantling everything related to their cause, not just here, but across the region, and the beginning of the end of resistance to Israel. Zana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.